of touched on, your whole process with homeowners wanting to do the remodels, but I want to take it back a little bit to that decision to remodel. And obviously, homeowners they quite often grapple with the decision: do they move, or do they remodel? And so, and I would think it's true to say even more so now that interest rates are at a level that we haven't seen for 22 years, and that it's do I foray into that, or do I make my home exactly what I want it to be? So what are some of the opinions or key factors that you think people should consider when deciding to remodel their current home?
Yeah, and this move versus remodel idea has been around since, I don't know.
Yeah, and I know Troy's going to have some things to say about this too. So
I'm sure cavemen were like, do I stay in this cave or do I move to that? So it's not uncommon. The question becomes, if I'm going to invest in my home, at what point do I have a diminishing return on the investment?
That's what, overbuilding? Or?
Yeah. So if I live in a house that, let's say it's, in a neighborhood of $1 million homes, and maybe mine's, worth $950. I've got $50,000 worth of capacity that I could do, to break even. But if you're looking at doing a kitchen, if you're 200,000 into it, that extra 150 that you're now overbuilding is either going to be something that you do for yourself and you enjoy over the course of your life, or you're going to flip and hope somebody else likes it. We tend to work with people who are going to stay in their homes for the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
Barring any moves, with work and whatnot. But once people identify that they want to invest in their homes, it's not going to be that. We're not really overbuilding homes. We're actually making them make more sense in many cases.
Yeah.
Whether it's an addition, crawl space conversion. Those are.
What now?
I'll get there. I can get into that now. A lot of homes are built on steeper slopes.
Okay.
And the builder will use a two-story floor plan, and then this crawl space might have 8, 10, 12, 14-foot ceilings.
Oh.
And so creating a stairway down into that, making it a living space, separate conditioned, ejector pump out. And
He said crawl space, I just thought spiders.
Yeah. No, it starts with spiders and ends up in living space, yeah.
or creeps,
Yeah.
those little kids that run around. So, we've done a lot of these projects that overbuild the neighborhood, but yet add the value back in. So even when they go to sell, if it's done properly, if it's done, with mechanical, what do you call it? It's like ergonomic, how we move through spaces.
Yeah.
That people will actually appreciate that and pay a higher value than the neighbor next door with maybe the same listing.